except for Brazil. The album was called Wayfaring Sons, and there was a song called Into My Life, which was a huge hit in Brazil, but nowhere else in the world. It's weird when you have a successful record just in one place. Better than no place, but strange nonetheless. And it was around 1990, going into 91, and I was primed for success. I had a big tour planned of 45 different places all around the world, and I had a t-shirt guy ready to go and everything. He was a bit of a stoner. He liked to take drugs, I think. Whenever we would go and have a meeting with him, he was always sweating and, you know. He was a young chap, and of course I had to cancel the tour because the record just came and went with a whisper. But I felt for the t-shirt guy, you know. He was just starting out in life, trying to make his name. So I thought, I'll do the t-shirts anyway. Even though there was only 2 gigs on the tour. One was in Melbourne at the Esplanade Hotel in St Kilda to 150 people. And the other one was Rock in Rio to 150,000 people. Just the 2 gigs. And my name is not that complicated, ladies and gentlemen. There's only 3 letters in it. And we still managed to replace the Y with a T. So it was a Colin Hat Band World Tour. There's only 2 gigs on it. The saddest t-shirt in the world. Everybody wanted one. So, I'm going to play a song now by my old band. I was in a band called Men at Work. I see you remember that. A lot of people, you know, you think that people remember what band you were in, and they think, you know, you think usually that they remember your face and stuff, you know, you get... But I'll just be right with you. I was doing a show in Wisconsin a few months ago in a casino, and I was doing the gig with Berlin. Remember that band from the 80s? I opened, you know, it was supposed to be a co-headlining show, but they were headlining because I went on first. And it's all said and done, even though they might call it a co-headlining band show. If you got on first, they're fucking headlining. So I just did my solo thing, you know, played for 45 minutes or so, and which is great, you know, because you play a show and then you can just, you know, you can leave if you want, you know. But anyway, I was having dinner in a restaurant in the casino, and I could hear Berlin. They'd already started playing in the auditorium, and I was quite happy. I was just eating by myself, and there was a couple sitting on the table next to me, and they'd nearly finished their meal. They were a, you know, elderly couple, you could say, and the waiter was very exuberant, very kind of, you know, very boisterous chap, and he came up and he was just giving them their check, and he said to them, so you just finished your dinner, I suppose you're going to go and do a little dancing, right? And they go, yeah, well, maybe we will. We can hear a little music playing. Who's that? And he goes, oh, that's Men at Work. And they went, Men at Work? And he goes, yeah, you know, Men at Work. He goes, yeah, actually, it's not even Men at Work, it's just the singer. And he looks at me, and I go, because my manager asked me if I was going to go and see him. I thought, well, you know, I'd go and see him if it was the whole band, but I'm not just going to go and see the singer, right? He said, what was their hit anyway? Turning Japanese, right? He looks at me again. I was at the airport a while ago, and a guy said to me, now I remember you, now which one were you? He said, you were the Indian, right? Can't take myself too seriously. But I'm going to play a song by my old band, because, you know, some people come for the hits. You know, to the show, they think, right, we'll go and hear those hits. play the game. I listen to them at home. For some reason, they want to go and see me play them, you know. Like they think I'm remotely interested in still playing them, you know. I'm interested in 1984. I still play them, you know, they're not a fucking idiot. This is called Who Can It Be now, this one. This went to #2 in Australia and #1 in the US. And I was never a drinking man when I was young. We did have a love of the weed. A slight silence here in Shelby, North Carolina. I'm sure you're familiar with that substance, and I'm not trying to condone the use of it by any means, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any young, impressionable people in the audience. But it certainly worked for me. I wrote all those hits quite, you know, on the weed. I say all those hits as if there was a lot of them. There was 5 or 6. Better than 1, not as good as 10, somewhere in the middle. But yeah, you know, it was quite good back then. It wasn't drinking, but we just had I remember our friend Gate came around while we were rehearsing one day. You don't know Gate. He had a wee spliff of what he called Sumatran tripping grass. And we smoked it, we did. And we wrote this song, Down by the Sea, from the first Network album. It was originally 4 hours and 40 minutes long. I could have gone on longer, but you get a bit hungry, don't you? And won a Grammy as well in 1982 for Best New Artist. And I was watching. It's funny when you start to clap and no one joins in, you've got such a time. Yeah, so I was watching Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard and Ray Charles play a trio on the stage. I was just standing on the side of the stage. Very exciting. And first of all, our dressing room was next to Miles Davis, which was next to Lena Horne, which was next to Ella Fitzgerald, all these people in a row. And we are there from Melbourne. This was our introduction to the United States. And I'm standing watching these guys, these legends on stage, you know, Jerry Lee and Ray Charles and Little Richard. They finished playing, and Little Richard ran off the stage, and he ran straight up to me and said, "How was I?" And I said, "Oh, you were great." He said, "Ah, no, it was great. Could you feel me? Could you feel me?" And I just didn't know what to say to Richard. I felt very white and Protestant, and I was very stoned. Jerry Lee Lewis was walking along with his hand on his manager's shoulder. Now his manager looked exactly like a manager should. He had silver hair and a silver suit. Everything about him was silver. Jerry Lee was walking behind him and said, "How was I?" His manager said, "You was beautiful, Jerry Lee. You was beautiful." "How was I?" "You was beautiful, Jerry Lee. You was beautiful." "How was I?" "It was beautiful, Jerry Lee. You was beautiful." He came to our dressing room and he said, He stopped and he looked and he said, "You guys is evil." I thought to myself, fuck, that's the Paul Colin Kettle Black right there. Jerry Lee. He called up our management in Melbourne one day. I was in there and the manager says, "Colin," he said, "Do you want to speak to Jerry Lee Lewis?" I said, "He's on the phone, he wants you to play his 25th anniversary or something." We couldn't play, but it was just amazing getting a call from Jerry Lee Lewis all those years ago. So, yeah, then I watched, who does want to see it? Just thinking of that night. I watched that guy Lance Armstrong on the television going, yes, I took all those drugs, finally admits that he takes all those drugs, and they took all his medals off, and I thought, fuck, I wonder if I have to give him a Grammy back. song. You'll get 3 or 4 songs tonight, no problem. Who can it be knocking at my door? Go away. Oh, come on here no more. Can't you see that it's late at night? I'm very tired. I'm not feeling right. All I wish is to be alone and stay away. Don't you invade my home. Best off if you hang outside. Don't come in. I'll only run and hide. Who can it be now? 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 Who can it be knocking at my door? Make no sound, tiptoe across the floor. If he hears, he'll knock all day. I'll be trapped, and here I'll have to stay. I don't know harm, I keep to myself. There's nothing wrong with my state of mental health. I like it here with my childhood friend. Here they come, those feelings again. Who can it be now? 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 Is it the man come to take me away? Why do they follow me? It's not the future that I can see. It's just my fantasy. Ah!